volume control for that, so we're okay.
I see a clock. That's a good thing. Of course, now the video's buffering. That's not a good thing. Come on, move it. Let's go.
Get away from my ice cream. Is it doing it on the computer too?
Yep.
Oh, great. And with everybody logged in, it might be that way. Slower. Come on.
Well, it's moving. I just don't know how far behind it is. And now it's buffering again.
It's trying to move the camera too damn fast.
No, the camera's moving automatically.
Oh.
It got back to right where the spot where it was at and
Yeah.
stopped.
Then nothing else I can do.
This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
And a very pleasant good evening, everybody, as we welcome you to tonight's broadcast of Preston Indian basketball, as tonight the Indians are in Pocatello to take on the Pocatello Indians, as tonight's game is a do-or-die game, really for both teams, for both Preston and Pocatello. The winner will move on to the state basketball tournament, getting underway at Rocky Mountain High School coming up on Thursday. In fact, the winner of this game will play the first game of the 4A tournament. That will be Thursday afternoon at 12 noon. The loser has his season come to an end. So for the Preston Indians, they come into the game tonight with their back against the wall. They have to win or their season will be over here this evening. So all positive thoughts for Preston, and see hopefully if they can pull it off and punch their ticket to the state tournament for the 6th year in a row. Preston, of course, who had a lead, led by as many as 13 on Thursday night in Preston Gym, saw the Pocatello Indians start to come back. They scored 50 points in the second half, did Pocatello, and able to come back from behind and get the win, outscoring the Indians by 16 in the second half. As for Preston, they had a 10-point lead with about 4 minutes to go in the game. Ryan Payne made a 3-point shot. He was fouled. He missed the free throw to try to make the 4-point play. However, Pocatello got the rebound, and they kicked it back out, and Julian Bowie hit a 3-pointer for a 6-point trip down the floor, and their 10-point lead went to 4 points in the matter of about 20 seconds off the clock. And that's kind of the way the last 3 or 4 minutes went for the Indians. They ended up missing a bunch of free throws. In fact, they missed a total of 12 free throws in the game, 8 of those in the second half, and they were not able to get things righted to where they could, at least free throw wise, be able to keep things going in the right direction. That allowed Pocatello to catch up and eventually come back and get the win. Sad part of it was Gabe Hammonds had really a career night. Had a season-high 28 points in the game. He was 8 for 8 from the free throw line, but they couldn't overcome the 15-point night, I should say, for Ryan Payne. And Julian Bowie led the Pocatello Indians in scoring on Thursday. He had a total of 21 in the game. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll sit down and we'll chat a few minutes with head coach Tyler Jones, to get his thoughts about the game from Thursday night and talk a little bit more about tonight. We'll do all that as we continue right after this.
KACH, my local radio.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, ChemDry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today. 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
Sushi, a word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Tonight's pregame visit with the coach is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Services Incorporated, the local independent insurance agency offering you many different options for all of your insurance needs. Call for your competitive quote today at 208-852-20. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Tyler Jones is our guest before this showdown game here in Pocatello. It's the Indians and the Indians coming up in just a few minutes from the pit. What can you go back and say about Thursday night's game other than just a real tough loss to have to swallow and now move forward from that?
Yeah, it was a great atmosphere, great game. I thought our kids battled and fought. We led for 29 minutes and we're right there, and you got to give Pocatello credit. They made some big plays down the stretch, and you got to tip your cap to them, and the good news is, we got one more chance tonight. So winner goes to the state tournament, loser's done, and we got to come out and fight tonight and play like our lives are depending on it.
You have a 13-point lead midway in the game, and that just starts to trickle away. That's got to be gut-wrenching to sit and watch that just go away.
Yeah, they can just score in bunches. They shoot so many threes, and they got some great players, and they get hot, and it's hard to try to slow that down. And they hit some tough shots. I thought most of them, we had a hand. We defended it well. It was just contested shots, and they hit tough ones. The last couple minutes, we had a couple of turnovers. We missed a lot of free throws that last couple minutes, and you can't have that in those tight games, and those are a couple things we look back on that we'll have to be better on tonight.
You mentioned they made a lot of threes. They made 11 by my count in the game, and what can you do to defense that other than they're trying to shoot over the top and spread your defense out to set up for something else?
Yeah, no, they're good. They're quick. They're hard to guard, and they can attack. And if you help, they'll kick to the open man. And I thought, for the most part, their two studs, Payne and Bowie, are going to get theirs, but the role guys, Vaughn hit a couple, Christensen hits a couple, and when they do that, they're really tough to beat.
It kind of takes the glow off of what was a very good performance last in the game on Thursday by Gabe Hammonds, I should say, as he rolled out a new season high 28 points.
Yeah, he hit big shots, and we scored 73. 73 should get it done. And at halftime, they're 26. They scored 50 points that second half, and they're a hungry team. For years they've been this close, to getting to the state tournament, and they're hungry, and they play with that desire that they're not going to be beaten. And our kids have done the same thing all season. We've had our ups and downs, but the one thing this team, they're going to give effort and they're going to battle, and I expect tonight that they're going to go down. I told them no regrets, and we got to come out and fight for our lives and play a complete game.
We were 13, 14 points over our season average, but you mentioned they scored 50 points in the second half on Thursday. They only have averaged 53 points in a game for the entire year.
Well, that's what makes it tough, is you're right there, and you get a couple stops and you win the game, and they hit tough shots. So our defense, we've got a couple things ready that we're going to try to throw them off, and a few wrinkles, and hopefully can slow them down a little bit.
I guess that is the takeaway from the game on Thursday. What can you do to try to knock them off stride?
Yeah, and like I said, I think we can mix in a little zone, try to trap certain guys when they get the ball to make them give it up. We're going to try everything we can to try to slow them down and get them out of rhythm, because once they get going, they're tough to stop. So, this is it. This is, you're playing for your season. You're playing to go to the state tournament, and I told the kids right now there's 9 teams left playing in 4A out of the 28. After tonight, there's 8. So no regrets, and let's go out and play as a team, and let's go get this.
One last question for you. The practice on Friday, you brought in a motivational speaker to address the team. What did he have to say?
Bodie Hymas played here in our back-to-back year in 2017-18, and that year we lost in the district championship to Idaho Falls, and we had to go in the back way and win a playing game, and then we ended up going to state and winning the state championship. So I just had him come in and talk a little bit about his experience and facing adversity and in tough times. Sometimes you get knocked down and you got to get back up, and there's no feeling sorry for yourself right now. It's about, we control our fate still. We have a chance, and we got to get up and give it our best shot tonight.
We wish you the best of luck. I hope everything goes well and we can still get a trip to Boise out of this.
All right. Appreciate you, and thanks for everything, and let's go get her done.
Tyler Jones with us here on the pregame show. We'll take a timeout. Back with more right after this.
KACA.
This month, our nation celebrates 2 great presidents. At West Motors, they celebrate February with their President's Day event all month long. This month, you'll find prices we're celebrating on all Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles at West Motor in Preston and Logan. Pricing so low, you'll want to stand up and salute. March on in and feel the power of a Ram, the comfort of a Chrysler, the dependability of a Jeep, and the family-friendly Dodge vehicles. Celebrate with win-win deals all month long during the President's Day event at West Motor in Preston and Logan.
Pain-free and feeling great without the expense and side effects of medications. It is not only possible, but a reality at Fellows Chiropractic. Now with 4 massage therapists and chiropractic available to help you with your relief from chronic pain. Give Dr. Fellows' office a call at 208-852-2240 to schedule your massage therapy or chiropractic session today. That number again is 208-852-2240.
The keys to tonight's game are brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For farm, auto, home health, and life from Mutual of Enumclaw, nobody cares like we do. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State, Suite A.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show as the Indians to get ready to take on the Indians. A berth for the state tournament on the line. The keys to tonight's games for Preston, well, it's quite simple. Just get out and play well. You played well enough to win the other night and up into the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game. If you can keep going with that kind of momentum, you'll play well, and hopefully you'll come away with a victory here tonight. For as far as the offense goes, keep doing the things you've been doing. Shoot well and stay out of foul trouble. You have to stay on the floor to be able to win this game here tonight. So Cole Harris and Brandon Hess, who both fouled out of the last game, need to be able to stay out of foul trouble here tonight. Need to have another big game out of Gabe Hammonds as well, who had a season-high 28 in the last game. We'll invite you now to stay tuned. All the excitement of Preston Indians basketball is coming up next.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
A proud member of the co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for Preston Indians basketball. The Indians have won 4 Idaho State 4A titles in the last 5 years and look to keep building on what has become a championship tradition. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. Tonight's game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. And welcome back, everybody. It's time to play a little basketball here in Pocatello. The Indians and the Indians, Pocatello and Preston. The winner goes off to the state tournament starting on Thursday. The loser tonight, unfortunately, will go home. As we get ready to announce the starting lineups into the for tonight's game, it looks like it's going to be the usual 5 tonight for the Preston Indians, but as everyone else standing and waiting out there on the floors, they're making some pregame announcements here. Good crowd tonight in Pocatello, as look like they're well at their 40% capacity, and could be maybe even above. It's the place looks pretty full so far here tonight. We'll kind of warn you right off the top here, as you may have figured. Once again, we have run into the same problem with the Pocatello School District not letting me in to broadcast the game for their COVID-19 precautions. So we're doing this at home, watching it off of the the high school, National High School Federation video, just like you would be watching at home. So during the pregame show and leading up to this point, the video has had some issues with freezing, so hopefully we'll be able to get through the game here this evening. We won't have too many problems, but we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens here. So as Tyler Jones's Preston Indians are waiting for them to get to the starting lineups, as we'll move along here the best we can. Preston with a loss the other night. They are now 16-7 overall on the year. Pocatello, who has done really the unthinkable. They went in and won at Century,
and then one at Preston on Thursday night. They now improved their record to 17-7 on the year, and trying to win 3 of their biggest games in recent history, all in this past week. As for they, to earn a trip to the state tournament, which they can do tonight. So the starting lineups tonight for the Preston Indians: it is Stephen Roberts at guard, also Brecker Knapp at guard. The shooting forward is Cole Harris. In the middle, Braden Hess, and then Gabe Hammonds, who had a season high, probably a career high as well, 28 points the other night in the game at Pocatello, or I should say versus Pocatello, back at Preston Gym. As waiting for the video to catch up here, now they're getting ready to announce the starting lineup for the Pocatello Indians out here onto the floor as they turn the lights off in the gym, spotlights, and a big white light corridor from the bench out toward the free throw line, where the starters will come out as they start to announce the starters onto the floor. And first is number 0, the freshman Julian Bowie, who had a total of 21 points in the game the other nights. Next will be Matt Christensen, number 3, the 6-foot junior, who had a solid game the other night as well. He was 8 for 8 from the free throw line in that game. The point guard will be Brevin Vaughn, the 6-foot senior, who has had a big week, had a good game the other night at Preston. And also Ryan Payne starting at tonight. He had the big threes. He had 3 threes in the game the other night, although before he fouled out. And then in the middle, it'll be Hunter Killian for the Pocatello Indians, as we're just about ready to play some basketball here tonight, here from the pit in Pocatello. As waiting for starting lineups to come back out onto the floor, which they are, as Pocatello ready for the opening tip, and waiting for the Indians to break out of their huddle, and they'll come back out on the floor as well, as a lot of the senior members of the Pocatello Indians, as we're ready to play, ready to jump center, and the tip is controlled by Hess into the backcourt, and it'll be controlled there by the Indians. So Preston has the first possession here as Stephen Roberts gets it up into the front court. Looks down the right side of the key. Gets it back out top to Hammonds. Back to Roberts on the right side. Get it into Hess. Turn from the right elbow. His 15-foot jumper's no good. Preston gets the rebound. Back outside as it goes to Roberts, and he hits the 3. Stephen Roberts with the 3-point basket, and Preston's on top, 3-0. So here comes Pocatello again back the other way. Comes to Payne on the left side. He tries a 3. That's no good. Good rebound position inside for Cole Harris, but they reach it and they knock it away, but they foul Cole in the backcourt, as the foul is going to go against, it looks like, Brevin Vaughn, who will draw the foul. So Vaughn is called for the foul. And Preston on top 3-0 here, just 30 seconds or so into the game. Roberts up into the front court. Bounce it down low to Hess as he has it down on the right block. Wants to turn inside on Killian. Lay it up and in, left-handed. Nice job there by Braden Hess. And Preston leads 5-0. As, remember, Preston got off to a good start the other night, but then we're tied and we went back and forth as far as the lead, as that shot put up by Christensen is no good. Here comes Hammonds up into the front court again for Preston. Gets to the free throw line and gets cut off. He'll kick it back out top as Roberts has it, top of the key. Lets the offense set up. Again, he'll come down the right side. Get it back down low to Hess again on the right block. Hess goes up. Wild shot is no good. Knocked around inside. Goes to Harris, and Cole there to put it back in. And 7-0 Preston here as they open up on a 7-0 run, and a timeout called here by Pocatello. So Joe Green doesn't want the game to get too far out of hand. Quickly calls a timeout, and we'll take one here as well. And we'll be right back.
KACA.
If you think buying a car is hard, stressful, and it takes a long time, you haven't shopped at West Motor in Preston and Logan. We've got a large selection of quality new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles to choose from. Because we offer great pricing and the buying process is simple, we also have a large inventory of used vehicles to choose from. Buy your next vehicle from a dealership that has provided customers a stress-free, quick, and reliable buying process for decades. West Motor in Preston and Logan. Stop in today or visit us online at westmotorcompany.com.
West Motor Company.
KACH.
7-0 Preston here early on as Pocatello has the ball after the timeout. And they'll bring the ball back up to the front court as it's Ryan Payne to get it up in the front court. Goes to Vaughn over on the right side. Jackson Williams into the game now for Pocatello. They get it down low as they kick it back outside. Bowie, straightaway three is good. Julian Bowie, who had a big night the other night. He made 5 threes, and his first shot tonight is a 3 as well, and Preston leads 5-3. Out top, Harris has it, top of the key. He'll fake like he's going to give it to Hammonds. Now wants to roll all the way, gets down to the baseline, throws it back out top. Pass was deflected, but it makes its way all the way back out to Stephen Roberts. Roberts tries to operate with Bowie right on him. He'll back the ball back out near the timeline. Now comes down the middle, lay it off. Great pass to Harris, and Cole Harris with the reverse layup. Has 4 in the game, and Preston leads 9-3. Payne to Vaughn. Down low, Williams in the paint. Puts it up left-handed. That's no good. Hess has the rebound. Get it back out. Gets it to Roberts, who hustles the ball back up into the front court. Preston leads by 6 here in the first quarter. Roberts drives off the glass, put it in. As Preston now goes up 11-3. So a good start by the Indians, exactly what they wanted as they have to go in and play here in Pocatello. As that ball's knocked away, picked up by Preston all the way down the middle. Hammonds left-hand layup, no good. Still loose down low, wrestling for it in the paint and a whistle, and they're going to call it a held ball, and it's going to go back to Pocatello. So Hammonds, with a little left-hand reverse layup, couldn't get it to go down. The rebound was tapped around a couple of times and then ended up with bodies on the floor underneath the basket. And finally, call it a held ball, and it comes back over to Pocatello as Payne brings it back up into the front court. Comes to Vaughn on the right side, tries to drive baseline, gets cut off, outside to Bowie, leans in for a shot. That's short, grabbed out of midair by Brecker Knapp. Here come the Indians again on the run out. Knapp all the way, lays it off down low. It goes to Hess. He has his shot blocked by Bowie, but it's going to be out of bounds and stay with Preston underneath their own basket. So Bowie blocked the shot, and they're going to say it went out of bounds before anybody else could touch it. So 11-3, Preston leads as they get it in. Get it back down low. Harris has it. Goes up against Williams. I think they went off the bottom of the backboard. Williams didn't block it, but either way, Pocatello comes up with it as Vaughn races the ball back up into the front court. Vaughn lays it off to Williams. He goes off the glass. That rolls off, but we got a foul down low. As they're going to call that foul. They're going to call that on Hess, I believe. So we'll go with Hess. So Braden called for the foul. That'll be his first. And Williams at the free throw line. And he makes the first shot. Williams had a total of 5 points the other night. Makes it 11-4. His second free throw is good again. And it's now 11-5. Preston leads by 6 here in the first quarter. As Roberts will bring the ball again back up to the front court. Gets it to Harris at the left elbow. Turn. Good pass down low, but it deflected right through the feet of Hess and goes out of bounds. It's a good pass, but somebody got a hand on it, and it deflected right between the feet of Braden Hess and went out of bounds. Not really much he could do about that. But it's a turnover either way against Preston, and Payne again will bring the ball up into the front court to Bowie. Now back to Payne. Williams at the free throw line. Kicks it back out. Mac Evans back into the game. Inside, Williams at the left elbow, turns, can't do anything with it. Outside, Vaughn drives the baseline, tries to throw a pass that's off the knee of Hess and goes out of bounds. So the possession stays with Pocatello underneath their own bucket. As the three-pointer put up by Pocatello. As now 8-11 as a three-pointer put in. As trying to get caught up here with the video. It's getting a little choppy. Inside to get it down low. Hess missed it. Hess tapped it. And it's taken away again by Pocatello. There's a three-point game, and Payne brings the ball back up to the front court. Payne wants to drive. In the corner it goes there to Evans. Kick it back to Williams. His jumper's no good. Knapp has that rebound there for Preston. So here comes the Indians again back the other way. Preston, top of the key, as Knapp will slow the ball down. Gives it back over here on the right side as it comes to Hammonds. Cole pops out to reach it. Now back on the block, back to Knapp. A little bank shot. That's too strong. Rebound is out. Grabbed by Evans. Again, here comes Pocatello again back the other way. Goes to Payne. Back over here on the near side. Williams looks at a three. Doesn't take it. Goes in the middle, and he traveled. Could have called that a travel or a charge because he put a pretty good forearm into the chest of Braden Hess to try to make himself a little operating room. But either way, it's going to be a turnover, and the ball comes back over to Preston. As it'll be Traeger Shumway to come back into the game. And Shumway will replace Stephen Roberts, who goes to the bench. So Shumway getting his first look at action here so far tonight. Goes down in the left corner to Knapp. Now back outside to Shumway again. 11-8, Preston on top. Bounce it up to the left block to Cole Harris. Playing the high post. Gives it to Hammonds. Gabe, a three-pointer, is a little bit short. Bowie has the rebound. As Bowie will bring it back for Pocatello. Quickly up into the front court comes to Evans. As the video again now is going to jump backwards again. As it comes to Hammonds. Hammonds again will back the ball back out. As Preston will reset the offense again. Bats it back to Harris. Has it at the free throw line. Cole kicks it back outside. Hammonds drives. Pulls up. Goes off the glass and in. Gabe Hammonds has his first 2 points tonight. As Payne now brings the ball back up in the front court here. Back outside. Evans for three. That's no good. Long rebound is off. Controlled there by Knapp. He'll push the ball back up into the front court. Brecker as comes to Harris. Kick it back outside. Back to Hammonds again. Now back to Harris as everyone takes a pause here for a second and looks back at Coach Jones to get the offensive setup. Back over on the left side, it comes back to Hammonds. Now back to Harris. Back little backdoor pass down low to Harris. And Cole able to make the layup. We're under a minute to play here in the first quarter. As it'll be Payne who tries to throw a pass. It was knocked down by Shumway and picked up by the Indians. As the video freezes on us, unfortunately, there's not much I can do about it at the moment. Hopefully this will hopefully the video will catch up here. It's had its issues here in the first quarter, folks. We're trying to do the best we can to bring you the game. Unfortunately, the folks at Pocatello School District won't let us in to do the game. So we're trying to do this from home as the video continues to buffer. As it comes back up, Payne has it in the front court, back outside, and again, the video's just not working. Now Payne trying to hold on for the last shot. 8 seconds to go here in the quarter. Payne drives and gets the bucket and a blocking foul inside on Knapp and a potential three-point play to end the quarter here for Ryan Payne. So Payne goes to the free throw line. His free throw is good. Has his first 3 points of the game, and the Harris with the long three. That's no good. It's 17-13 Preston here at the end of the first quarter. We apologize for the technical problems. We'll be right back with quarter number 2.
KACA.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
The second quarter of tonight's game is sponsored by Webb Funeral Home, 1005 South 8th East.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, we get ready for quarter number 2 here once the video starts rolling again, as Preston saw Pocatello get a 3-point play to end the quarter on the play by Ryan Payne to make the free throw. And it's 17-13 after the first quarter of play here tonight, as still waiting for the video to start catching up again, as the ball will belong to Preston to start the second quarter. As here's Hammonds up into the front court as it comes to Knapp. Knapp gets it to Rhett Larson into the game here for his first playing time here tonight. As Hammonds puts it up, rolls off the front of the rim, and Bowie has the rebound. Back up into the front court. Quickly goes down in the corner. Controlled there by Christensen. Back outside to Bowie. Drives down the left side. Flip it up toward the basket. That's no good. As Shumway able to pull down the rebound. And then he's fouled in the backcourt. Mac Evans comes back in, as it will be Brevin Vaughn who now will go to the bench for Pocatello. And Shumway able to bring the ball back up the floor. Gets up in the front court, looks down the right side. Still trying to look inside as Hess comes back in to replace Larson here as well. As it comes to Harris. Back out top to Shumway, top of the key. Still can't get a shot as Payne chases him out near the timeline. Actually, I take it back. It was actually Hunter Killian. Now Shumway all the way, puts it up, and a charging foul. No basket. As Mac Evans takes the charge, and Shumway called for his first personal. So third team foul charged against the Indians. No basket, and it remains 17-13. As Julian Bowie had 21 in the game the other night at Preston Gym, gets the ball back up into the front court. Wants to drive, pulls up from the free throw line. His little runner's no good, taps it off the glass. Hustling over to get the rebound is Christensen. He wants to drive, pulls up from 13. That's no good, as that ball's loose and Hess has it. He'll give it off to Shumway, who runs the ball back up into the front court. It comes to Harris, who tried to get it down low to Knapp, and there's Bowie to knock it away and knock it out of bounds. So good defensive play there by Julian Bowie, the freshman who is already garnering much attention from the four-year universities, already has an offer to stay at home there in Pocatello and play at Idaho State. But obviously he has plenty of time before he has to try to accept one of those offers, as a pull-up 14-footer by Gabe Hammonds is good. 19-13, Preston has the lead. So here's Pokey back up in the front court. Down low goes to Killian. His shot no good. Wild shot down low. He missed it. Shumway with the rebound, and he'll push back up into the front court. Gets it off to Harris. Cole bounce it down low. Tried to get it to Hess. That pass was intercepted there as it's taken away by Payne, who will run the ball back up into the front court. Payne comes around the screen. Get it back to Killian, who lost it. Going to roll out of bounds. Yep. Just before it rolled out of bounds, Mac Evans was able to pick it up, but then in the process, he ended up stepping on the baseline, so the ball goes out of bounds anyway. As Brecker Knapp will come out, and now Drew Jones will come in for the first time here tonight. Preston with a 19-13 lead. They lead by 6. Remember, they jumped out and led to a quick 7-0 lead, and they've pretty much maintained that lead pretty much through the first half. It comes to Jones, free throw line extended right, as Drew holds it there. And still waiting for the video to catch up again. And it comes back out top, back to Hammonds. Now back to Jones. Jones, top of the key, comes back over here on the right side, back to Gabe Hammonds. Hess back out, top of the key, receives it. Now it goes over to Shumway over on the left side. Shumway comes back across the top again. He's double teamed there as they knock the ball away from Shumway, and the video freezes. I wish that this could be better for everybody listening back in Preston, but unfortunately the video just doesn't work, not working very well, and the folks at Pocatello thinks it's necessary to keep us from coming into the game and bringing you a quality broadcast that you deserve. As the video once again has frozen, we have no idea what's going on. Now it starts to catch up a little bit, and the teams are on the sideline during a timeout. So that, unfortunately, that's the best I can tell you, is now they start to come back out onto the floor. So I have no idea what happened after what appeared to be a Pocatello steal. We'll try to get you caught up the best we can here. Unfortunately, the video does not have any score on it or time remaining in the game clock. So I'm not sure exactly where we're at. Preston will have the ball as Cole Harris will bring it in here from the near sideline as he bounces it into Hess. And then he loses the ball, picked up by Mac Evans. Evans druns the ball up into the front court, lay it up and in. So we'll see if we can do an updated score here once their announcer gives the score, as Hammonds pulls up. 16-foot jumper is good. Gabe hits that from straight away. Hammonds was 7 here in the first half. As Bowie up into the front court takes a long three. That's no good. As Evans grabs the rebound, gives it back to Payne. Payne will take a three. That's no good. And Hammonds has this rebound for Preston. Gabe pushes up into the front court. Stands free throw line extended right. Now give it back to Cole Harris, back top of the key. Cole wanting to drive, comes up there. He gets cut off by Payne, shoots over Payne. That's no good. Ryan has the rebound. As Payne again will push it again back the other way. Gets near the top of the key. Now from the top of the key. Takes the three and hits it. 21-18, Preston still with a lead on the three after the three-pointer by Payne. Harris, lob it down low, try to get it to Hess, and Evans comes around and takes the ball away. Quickly up into the front court, it comes to Christensen. Wants to drive, can't get a shot, he threw it away. He threw it right to Knapp. Here comes Preston, give it to Cole, back to Knapp, back to Harris. Has it down low, Harris is fouled going up. So Harris will go to the free throw line with a 3-point lead, as Jackson Williams gets the foul, and Cole Harris will go to the free throw line. Cole, who had a tough time shooting free throws the other night, spent a lot of extra time shooting free throws after practice yesterday, as he makes the first one here, makes it 22-18. Harris will have another one coming as Julian Bowie back into the game here for the Pocatello Indians. Cole's second one is no good. Tapped high in the air, and Ryan Payne able to pull it down. 3:40 left here in quarter number 2. Preston leads by 4. Payne driving into the corner. It comes to Cade Jensen. His three-pointer is good, and the lead down to 1. Jensen hits the three, makes it 24-23 as that was put up and in. As Roberts able to make the basket, and we got bodies all over the place. And what are they going to call? It's going to stay here. They're going to call the foul before the shot and give the foul the ball to Preston on the baseline, or is it going to be count the bucket? It appears the basket will not count.
Count the basket for Preston, and then they call Ryan Payne on a rebounding foul after the fact, so Preston will keep the ball underneath their own.
Okay, so it's both. It's basket good and then a foul on the rebound. So Preston keeps the ball. Can make it a 4-point trip as the ball's tapped around and finally picked up by Bowie as they come back the other way. Here comes Pocatello into the front court. Bowie drives down the left side, lay it up and in. Julian Bowie. We're under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Preston, I believe, leads by 1. Comes to Harris. I say that because the way the video is jumping around, and that's going to be an offensive foul. It's a traveling violation against Cole Harris. So Preston turns the ball over, comes back to Pocatello again. As it's Payne up into the front court. Splits the defense, drives down the middle. It goes to Evans in the corner. His three-pointer is good again. Pokey leads for the first time tonight, 26-24. As comes try to go backdoor pass to Hammonds. It's too far out in front of him. Actually, it was deflected, I should say, by Christensen, and they give the ball back to Preston. So the Preston Indians trail for the first time tonight at 26-24. As Pocatello's been able to beat them up the floor a couple of times and get wide open threes before the defense could rotate back. Hammonds pulls up, 14-foot jumper is short, and what do we got? A whistle, and they're going to call a foul after the shot, as foul will send Gabe Hammonds to the free throw line to shoot 2. Gabe, who did not miss a free throw in the game the other night, he was 8 for 8. Part of his season-high 28 points, steps up to the line and makes the first. Now Preston back with it a point and can get even here if Hammonds can make the free throw. As again the video freezes before Gabe can shoot the second free throw. Still waiting for the video to catch up. The video, literally, the ball is bouncing from the official to Hammond standing at the free throw line for him to shoot the second free throw when the video froze. So we're trying to wait for the video to start moving again here before we tell you what's happening. Preston was trailing by a point, probably with about a minute to play in the half, and still waiting. We apologize. Quite honestly, folks, you deserve better than this, but the folks at Preston or at Pocatello High School and the Pocatello School District don't believe that, so they don't let us into the gym to broadcast. We try to do the best we can. As again, the video is still frozen and it's not moving. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a timeout real quick, and we'll be right back and see if the video catches up. Stay with us. We'll be right back. As just I said that, the video starts to roll, and we're back at the other end with Ryan Payne at the free throw line. Payne makes the free throw. So they fouled Payne on a 3-point shot, and he made all 3 free throws, and Pocatello leads by, I think they said 3. Hammonds gets it outside. Hess down low to Knapp. Put it up and in. Brecker Knapp with the hoop. So I should put Preston down by a point again as they whip the ball around, comes outside. Christensen looks at a 3. That's no good. Hess has the rebound. So they'll bring the ball back up in the front court as they give it to Roberts. He comes across the timeline. As Roberts looks, comes to Hammonds. Hammonds to Hess. Turnaround 15-foot jumper, no good. Ball's loose. As finally Hess able to get it back down low, and he's fouled trying to get loose out of the double team. It's that's 6 team fouls on Pokey. So that's will be the ball out of bounds as Hunter Killian draws the foul. 29-28 is the score as Preston gets it in. And again, the video jumps forward again because now Preston has the ball outside after bringing the ball in at the baseline. And waiting for, once again, for the video to catch up. As waiting again, I don't know how many times I need to apologize, folks, but you certainly fans back in Preston who not able to go to the game, you deserve better, and I've wished that we could bring you better. This is not only looks bad on us, but to me personally, and I hate this, but still waiting again for the video to catch up. As waiting. Last time we heard the score or saw the score, it was Preston trailing by a point. I know we're late in the first half, and again, the video is not moving. And now it jumps forward, and the first half looks like it's over because Pocatello is walking off the floor. Well, we'll take a timeout. We'll try to get you a score. I'm not sure what it is or where we're at, but we'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll talk about more about the first half of action right after this.
KACA.
This month, our nation celebrates two great presidents. At West Motors, they celebrate February with their President's Day event all month long. This month, you'll find prices we're celebrating on all Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles at West Motor in Preston and Logan. Pricing so low, you'll want to stand up and salute. March on in and feel the power of a Ram, the comfort of a Chrysler, the dependability of a Jeep, and the family-friendly Dodge vehicles. Celebrate with win-win deals all month long during the President's Day event at West Motor in Preston and Logan.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Not too long ago, we found ourselves really needing to have our carpets cleaned. Dirt, stains, pet hair, and remnants of all those chemicals trying to melt snow from last winter had our carpets looking dull, dingy, and ugly. We called Teresa and Daryl at ChemDry of Northern Utah, and in a very short time, they had our carpets looking like new. Not only did they clean our carpets, but they got up all that leftover pet hair to the point where you couldn't tell that we had pets in the house at all. It was like we had brand new carpets all over again. So if you live anywhere in Cache County or in Box Elder County, call Teresa and Daryl at ChemDry of Northern Utah at 435-752-6100 and let them take care of your carpets. You won't be disappointed. We weren't. 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
The halftime report is sponsored by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Call 435-232-18.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-18.
KACH.
Well, welcome back here. We're at halftime, and I believe the score is 31-24 with Pocatello on top, would be leading by 7 here as we go to the halftime break. I wish I could give you more information than that, but again, the video was stuck, and then when it came back on, it had gone to halftime, and showed the Pocatello Indians walking off the floor, headed to the halftime locker room. And unfortunately, their video feed does not have score or time on the clock. The only way I can see what the score is when they back it all the way out, and now I want to say the score is 31-29. So we'll try to get you an accurate score. Unfortunately, the service being provided by the NFHS video system and the folks at Pocatello High School, I guess probably the best way to put it is lacking. as it is awful, and they have to make us use this service to bring you the game, and we apologize. It makes us look very, very bad, and it's certainly we're trying to do our best for all the folks who could not go to the game in Preston, and again we certainly apologize for what is going on there in Pocatello. So it looks like it's 31-29 on the scoreboard as we're working our way through halftime here. Preston had jump out to an early 7-0 lead. Pocatello was able to come back, got big shots out of Julian Bowie and Ryan Payne, and able to take a 2-point lead. Also got a couple of three-pointers by Mac Evans in the first half as well. So Evans was able to hit some open shots and get his team back close into the game. We'll come back, I should say, after this timeout, and we'll check what stats we do have that we can pass along to you, as we'll be back again right after this timeout.
KACA.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back here at halftime. We have confirmation. It is 31-29. It looks like Preston's leading 31-29 here at halftime. So I had the scores backwards. I can see the scoreboard when they pull back the shot, but I guess I'm looking at the wrong side. So Preston with a lead, 31-29 here at the halftime break. Let's see. Looks like Gabe hit a buzzer-beating 3 to put Preston up at the halftime. So it's 31-29. Preston leading in the first half. So we'll give 3 points to Gabe Hammonds, and we'll see if we can get you caught up on some stats. Julian Bowie here in the first half with 7 points. Mac Evans had 6 on a pair of threes. Matt Christensen did not score. Brevin Vaughn did not score. I have Ryan Payne on my sheet with 9 here. Cade Jensen had 3 as he made 1 3 in the first half also, and Jackson Williams had 2. For the Preston Indians, Stephen Roberts had 3. Brecker Knapp, I have him with 2. Cole Harris with 7 in the first half. Braden Hess with 2. With the 3 at the buzzer, that would give Gabe Hammonds a total of 10 on my sheet in the first half as well. So 31-29, Preston leads by 2 here at the halftime break, as we will come back, have the second half for you coming up in just a couple of minutes. This has been the Ralph's Construction Halftime Report, as we invite you to stay tuned. Second half action coming up right after this.
KACA.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsize, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-1837.
Pain-free and feeling great without the expense and side effects of medications. It is not only possible, but a reality at Fellows Chiropractic. Now with 4 massage therapists and chiropractic available to help you with your relief from chronic pain. Give Dr. Fellows' office a call at 208-852-2240 to schedule your massage therapy or chiropractic session today. That number again is 208-852-2240.
The third quarter is sponsored by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston, Mink Creek.
Well, getting ready for the second half of play. Preston with a 2-point lead, 31-29 in this do-or-die game for both sides. The winner will play in the state tournament on Thursday at Rocky Mountain High School as they've moved the location this year out of Bora. It'll be at Rocky Mountain High School, and the winner of this game will play the first game of the tournament, 12 noon on Thursday afternoon. So the ball will belong to the Indians, Pocatello Indians. Here to start the second half as Preston with a 2-point lead as the two teams switch ends. And if you're listening on the radio, that means Preston will be working from right to left across your radio dial. So Pocatello has the ball to start the second half. As it goes to Bowie, back out top to Payne. Get it down low as Jackson Williams starts the second half. Back outside it comes to Christensen. Back outside to Bowie, top of the key. A 3 is no good as the rebound there pulled down by Brecker Knapp. Here comes Preston again, back the other way. Knapp into the front court, gives it to Roberts. Up high, Hess at the high post, hands it to Hammonds coming by. Gabe driving, hangs in the paint, put it up, no. As ball's tapped around, and it's pulled out of midair by Vaughn. Vaughn will run the ball back up into the front court, gives it to Payne over on the right side. Top of the key, he'll shoot from there. That's no good, as Cole Harris able to pull down that rebound. Quickly up the floor, it comes to Knapp. Brecker down low in the paint, put it up, no. Harris has the rebound down low. He's behind the bucket, can't get a shot. So he gives it back to Knapp in the paint. That's short, took a pretty good body there from Williams, but no foul called. So good trip for Preston, but they couldn't come away with any points as they get the ball back to Ryan Payne. Does Pocatello back up into the front court. Preston leads 31-29. Vaughn, a three-pointer from the right side, no good. As Harris able to pull down that rebound, and he'll bring the ball back up the floor. He'll slow it down as he gets to the midcourt stripe and give it there to Stephen Roberts. Roberts holding. Knapp pops up to the left elbow, gets it there, hands it to Harris coming by. Tries to get it to Gabe Hammonds. Now after a second or third attempt, he's finally able to. So Hammonds has it back up top of the key. Knapp, free throw line extended left, comes back to Hess. Over on the right side, it comes back to Roberts. Back to Hammonds. He'll look at a 3 from straight away and good. Gabe Hammonds hits another 3, and Preston goes up by 4. That'll be 34-29. That'll make Preston up by 5, my bad. As back outside, it comes to Christensen. Can't get a shot. Back to Bowie. Christensen now down in the left corner. Tries to drive baseline. Gets cut off by Harris, and again the video freezes. So still waiting for the video to start moving again, with Preston leading by 5 at 34-29. And again, we apologize that we can't bring you a better broadcast than this, but that's the way that Pocatello School District want it to be. They want everybody to watch this video, the one that it keeps freezing, that we can't bring you the game. As again, the video's frozen and still waiting. As still waiting again, and while the video starts to move again, Pocatello looks like they're bringing the ball in from backcourt, so I would say Preston had scored some points, but I can't tell you exactly what happened. As again, the video just moves a little bit, comes to Bowie, he tries to go up for the shot, and again the video freezes again. So Preston resets the offense. They get it back outside, drop it down low to Hess on the block, working against Williams. Wants to turn on Williams. Williams again lays on him, pushes him, and finally draws a foul. Boy, how many times are they going to let Williams just absolutely lay on somebody before they call a foul on him? It's a blocking foul, and it's going to send Braden Hess to the free throw line. So here's Hess. First free throw is short. Mac Evans comes back in here in the game for Pocatello. And second one by Hess is good. 35-32 the score. So Preston leads by 2. Shot down low here by Pocatello is no good. Rebound by Knapp. You give it up to Harris. Runs it up into the front court. Down low to Knapp. Put it up and in. Great pass by Cole. Recker there with the layup. It's 37-32. Preston has a 5-point lead and a timeout called here on the floors. We'll take it as well with Preston leading. We'll be right back.
KACA.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So Preston leading as Pocatello comes back out onto the floor. And waiting for Preston to bring the ball, waiting for Pocatello, I should say, to bring the ball back up the floor as they have the ball after the timeouts. As I want to thank everybody for staying with us, hanging with us for the game here tonight as Vaughn has it up into the front court. Vaughn doesn't shoot as he gives it off. Back over Payne for 3. No, a 2. That's good. Good shot tough shot by Ryan Payne, but he's able to hit it. Should be 37-34 as Brecker Knapp able to get down low for another 2 points. Makes it 39-34. We get a 5-point lead again for Preston. Bowie for 3 from the corner is good. As Bowie hits a 3 from the corner, lead down to 2. 39-37, Preston on top. Roberts to Hammonds. Back to Roberts, free throw line extended left. Back to Gabe again. He'll take the 3 from straight away and hit it. Gabe Hammonds from straight away. Now with 15 in the game. Has got the good assist from Stephen Roberts. Here's Vaughn, doesn't take the shot, gives it over to Payne on the right side. He'll look at a 3. That's no good. And Cole Harris able to snatch that down out of midair. Brings the ball back up into the front court. As he gets to the timeline, he'll hand it off to Stephen Roberts. As Roberts gives it off to Harris, back to Roberts, comes around the screen, top of the key, can't get the shot. He'll back it back out again, comes back out to Hammonds. Hammonds looks at another 3 from the same spot, and he made it again. 45-36. Preston leads by 9. Bowie's 3. Almost in desperation is no good. Here comes Preston, 2-on-2. Roberts down the middle, charging. No bucket. Offensive foul charged against Stephen Roberts. As 3-on-2, and he never did give the ball up or any kind of a pass. He kept it all the way to the bucket and could not get it to go down. And then drew the charging foul as, again, our video freezes up for a moment. Now it comes back as Kate Jensen comes back onto the floor here for Pocatello. And the Pokey will bring the ball up from the back court as Payne will bring the ball back across the center court stripe. As it'll come to Evans, back over to Bowie, quickly comes back to Payne on the right side. His 3, that's no good. As Stephen Drew just into the game, and the littlest guy on the court able to grab the rebound. He pushes it back up the floor, driving all the way, split the defense, spin it up and in. Drew Jones, I should say, with the basket. 2 minutes to play in the third. Preston leads by 11. Their biggest lead of the game. It comes to Jensen at the right elbow. Can't get a shot. Kicks it back outside as it comes to Payne. Back to Bowie. Vaughn has it over on the left side. Back to Payne again. A long 3 is good. 47-40 as Payne hits his first 3 of the game. So the lead now 7 here for Preston. Jones up in the front court. Gives it off to Harris. Gets it back. Wants to drive left. Vaughn right inside his shirt. Won't let him. Gives it off to Hammonds. Gabe pulls up from the left elbow. That one's not going to go good. Tipped inside. That's no good. Harris able to chase it down in the corner. Get it back outside to Hammonds. Hammonds goes around Vaughn. Lay it off to Knapp and gets the layup. Good looking pass from Hammonds for the layup. 1 minute to play here in the third. 9-point lead again, 49-40. Preston on top. Down low to try to get it into Jensen, and a reach-in foul probably against Hess. So Hess called for the foul, just the second team foul against the Preston Indians here in the half. So it's a common foul, and that means that it'll have to be ball out of bounds here as Ryan Payne will bring it in from underneath their own basket in the front court. That's off. The three-pointer there by Bowie is good. 49-43 as the three-pointer makes it a 6-point lead as Harris walks the ball back up into the front court. He'll now slow it down a little bit and let the clock run. We're inside the final minute here in quarter number 3. They give it back to Hammonds. He stands out near the timeline. Gabe will come back to Harris. Now back to Hammonds again. They look at over toward the bench and Jones, and he's telling people to move down just to kind of create some working space here for Hammonds. As he stands out near the timeline, puts it up at a foul before the shot. As the clock round down to 4 seconds, and Preston will still have the ball now with 4 seconds left in the quarter, and they'll bring it in from right in front of their own bench. So Jones will bring it in. They got 4 seconds to get the shot off. They get it into Hess. Hess fakes the layup. He's got a big opening all the way to the bucket for the layup. As the quarter ends, as Hess makes the layup, as it's 51-43. Preston leads by 8 after 3 as we'll go to the fourth quarter. And hopefully we can get the rest of the game in for you. Preston up by 8. Winner goes to State. We'll be right back.
KACA.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
There's a special bond between people and their pets. One that's built during playtime, chore time, cuddle time, and of course, lots of meal times. That's why IFA Country Stores carries all the best food for all kinds of pets. Whether they're a part of your lifestyle, a part of your livelihood, or a part of your family. IFA Country Stores, helping to grow the things you love.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
51-43, Indians lead as we start quarter number 4. Preston Indian lead, I should say, as we start quarter number 4. And it looks like the ball will belong to Preston to start the fourth quarter here after the layup by Braden Hess to end the third. He made a great fake to Drew Jones, and everybody just collapsed on Jones like he was going to shoot the three, and it left a wide open path for Hess to go to the layup, and he made the layup right as the clock expired to give Preston a 9-point lead here going into quarter number 4. Preston, you remember, I think, led by 10 on Thursday night starting the fourth quarter. I know they had a 10-point lead with about 4 minutes to play, and unfortunately that dwindled away. So is this lead safe? No, not by the slightest bit of the imagination. As, again, waiting for the video to catch up before we can start the fourth quarter here. 51-43. For 51 is almost at the point for Preston where Pocatello has averaged 53 points a game. So the fact that they had 70 plus the other night was a bit of a surprise. In fact, they scored 50 points in the second half, which is almost at their average for entire games. As video is just kind of moving slowly, chopping around. The shot inside missed by Pocatello. Cole Harris with the rebound for Preston. Up into the front court it comes to Jones. Jones will pull it back. Harris wants to drive, kick it off to Jones. Now comes back up to the left elbow, comes across the top of the key. Almost fouled by Hunter Killian, but nothing was called. And Jones retains possession at the top of the key. On the right side he goes to Hammonds. Back up. So it's up now to 56. So 5 points has appeared out of nowhere for the Indians. And a timeout called here by Pocatello. Again, now it's 56-43. Preston has extended the lead out to 13. Timeout on the floor. We'll be right back.
KACH.
In the good old days, you did business with people who treated you well, had a firm handshake, and looked you in the eye. At West Motor here in Preston and Logan, that's the way we did it. Since then, we've grown and added technology, but we didn't leave the good stuff out. We still offer a free car wash when you're in for service. We offer quality Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles. We look you in the eye when we give you our no-charge lifetime powertrain warranty, and we finish every deal with a firm handshake. The good old days were good, and these days are good too. We know we've been here all along. Visit West Motor today.
West Motor Company.
KACH.
56-43, Preston on top here in quarter number 4. Remember, the winner goes to state as they'll play Thursday afternoon at 12 noon, whoever wins, as they will play the second place team from the old conference from last year. That could be, I think Jerome will probably win the first place spot. They'll win the district. Second place, I'm not sure who they're playing in the final. It's could have been Minico. Also in there, Twin Falls was still alive in there as well, I believe. As it comes to Williams at the free throw line, he drives and he's fouled going down the middle. So the foul's going to be on as Williams goes to the free throw line. Drew Jones draws the foul for Preston. So here's Williams. His first shot rattles around and falls in. I have Jackson with 3 on my score sheet, all from the free throw line as he'll step up and try the second. Second one is no good as Hess able to grab the rebound there for Preston. Gives it off to Harris in the backcourt as we'll wait for the video to catch up once again before we can proceed. With Preston with a 12-point lead after Williams makes one of the 2 free throws. We're in the fourth quarter here tonight. Preston leading by 13 as, again, the video has frozen and we have to wait for it to catch up before we can do anything. We can remind you that tonight's game, while we're waiting for the video to move, we can remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing you the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North, 1st East in Preston. As, again, the video not moving. So we have, again, not able to tell you what exactly is happening at the pit in Pocatello. As we'll all sit here and twiddle our thumbs together. As we do that, we'll tell you what, we'll take another timeout, and once again, we'll be right back.
KACH.
We are proud of what milk can do. It nourishes friendships and partnerships. It nourishes bodies and businesses. It nourishes nonprofits and schools. It nourishes families and far-away lands. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
KACH.
Well, after we drop in the commercial break, still waiting for the video to catch up. It hasn't moved, so unfortunately I can't tell you what's happening at the game in Pocatello as we try to continue here to bring you the game. So again, waiting for the video to quit buffering and catch up and tell us what the score is. Unfortunately, I can't tell you. I do not know. I have no idea where we're at as the video now has been frozen for the better part of 2 minutes. So what's happening at the pit, I do not know. So let's squeeze in another timeout, make up a commercial or two of what we've missed so far tonight, and try to make up a commercial break here real quick. As again, we'll take a timeout and be right back.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
I got a text update from someone tells me that it's 60-50 with 4:16 left as Preston holding on to a 10-point lead as we're trying to do our best to get you caught up with what's happening. As my phone is going off like crazy. Yeah, Preston up 60-50 leads by 10 with about 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 4. The funny part is as we're waiting for the video to catch up again, I can try to drop in a story here. Ronald Reagan used to do sports play-by-play. He did baseball, but he wasn't at the ballpark. He was sitting in a studio and was reading off the ticker tape and the ticker tape went down, and he had to try to ad-lib and fill time, much like I'm trying to do. So who knows? Maybe does that mean I'm going to be president someday? Not sure, but it's certainly if it works out much the same, as it looks like we've gone to a timeout. From what I can see, with the little bit of the video that I got to see, teams are at the benches in a timeout, and again, we're trying to get caught up here on the video. Again, last report that I had, Preston was leading 60-50 with just over 4 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. As we bring the video back up again here at our end, and it has to play a commercial before it goes back to the video. So we'll see if the video will work when we bring it back up here as soon as this commercial break is over. Certainly we appreciate your understanding and acknowledge that there's not a whole lot we can do because the folks in Pocatello won't let us in to call the game for you and bring you the coverage that you certainly deserve. Here we go. We're back live now. Payne drives down low, gets down to Christensen. His layup is an air ball taken away by Gabe Harris back up in the front court. We'll get you a score here just as soon as we can. Harris gives it to Hammonds, again, top of the key. Comes to Brecker Knapp. Drew Jones still in the game, has it out near the timeline. Jones comes back to Hammonds in the left corner. Comes around the screen set there by Rhett Larson. And then Hammonds, it looks like they called a charge on Gabe Hammonds as they call the offensive foul on Hammonds as Jackson Williams took the charge. Hunter Killian back into the game. Braden Hess comes back into the game here for the Indians. Still a 10-point Preston lead, 60-50. Payne for three, no good. As Knapp able to jump over everybody and get the rebound, and a foul in the backcourt committed by Hunter Killian. So Knapp up high to get the rebound over everybody. As Killian now has two. Preston leads by 10. Here midway through quarter number 4. Jones has it up into the front court for Preston. Looks down the left side. Knapp pops up to get it. He'll hand it there to Harris. Cole comes around the top of the key. Backdoor pass comes to Hammonds. Bound down low, and he's fouled going up. So Gabe will go back to the free throw line here to shoot 2 more free throws. Brevin Vaughn gets the foul. That'll be his 3rd tonight. And Hammonds now back to the free throw line once again. First one here by Gabe is good. I have Gabe with 19, but I'm sure I've missed points along the way. As Hammonds now, his second is short, and the rebound inside goes to Pocatello, so it's 61-50. Preston with an 11-point lead. And again, the video freezes on the rebound, so again, we can't tell you what's happening again, as Preston still leading by 11. As tonight's game brought to you in part by Webb Funeral Home in Preston. Remember, their compassionate staff will help you in your time of need. Call 852-0533 for Webb Funeral Home. And tonight's game also brought to you by Stokes Market True Value. From produce to hand tools, fresh meat to smokers, plus fresh bakery items, deli items, and now fresh sushi made daily. Stokes Market True Value, 217 South State Street in Preston. As we have to try to reset our end of the video, try to see if we can get it to catch up again. Preston, we can tell you, led by 11 when the video froze, so we'll try to get you a vote, another update, and figure out what's going on. Last report was 61-50 with about 2.5 minutes left in the game. As again, another timeout as the teams make their way back out onto the floor. Ball will belong to Pocatello after the timeout, as Vaughn will bring it in from the sideline here on the near side of the court as they get it into Payne. Payne goes to Vaughn, who brings it back across the top of the key again. Now back to Bowie. Bowie loves to shoot from deep. Vaughn will take this shot from deep. That's no good, as Bowie had it, lost it, and he threw it back on the court, and he threw it right to Gabe Hammonds. So Hammonds brings the ball back up in the front court, gets across the timeline as it comes back to Harris. Cole gets to the top of the key, goes back over to Hammonds again on the right side. Now Knapp comes up to the top of the key to get it and gives it off to Jones over here on the left side. They start to collapse and double team on Jones, but it comes to back outside as the Preston Indians now just kind of spreading the court and playing keep away here from Pocatello as they get it to Hess. Hess comes back to Jones, now back to Knapp. Knapp in the left corner had a walk along the baseline, but didn't take it, and then backed it back out, and they had to come over and foul him. So Preston still leads by 11. And they have the ball. It's out of bounds on the near sideline in the front court for Preston. 61-50. Preston has the lead. Comes to Jones. Jones driving, and a reach-in foul here by Killian. That's 4 now on Killian. And the problem is Pocatello needs to get the ball back. And because they're not in the bonus situation yet, Preston can just keep running time off the clock because they can foul now, keep fouling, and they can't get the ball back because Preston is not going to have to go to the free throw line and potentially miss a free throw. So they just keep the floor spread. Jones almost lost it. Bowie almost took it away. Down low, it goes to Hess. Put it up and no good, but Hess is fouled. So now Hess will go to the foul line to try to extend that 11-point lead and make it a little bit bigger now. Last report that we had, there was 1:38 left. See if the lady on the video tells us how much time's left as Hess makes the first. And, of course, the video freezes again after the made free throw. So I was waiting for Hess to be able to step back up to the free throw line. We'll remind you that tonight's game was brought to you by West Motors in Preston and in Logan. Remember, they're celebrating the birthdays of 2 great presidents this month. It's the President's Sale going on now at West Motors. So stop in for a new Ford, Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, or Dodge truck. And remember, your only destination is West Motors in Preston or in Logan. Stop in and save today. As, again, waiting for the video to come back up. And we'll try to get you an update again on what exactly is going on and get you caught up. As Preston now goes up 63-50. So Hess made both free throws. And again, a timeout on the floor. Remember, the winner of this game, hard fought as it is, and it's a shame that the way the districts are aligned right now, that this district that Preston and Pocatello were part of only get to send one team to the state tournament because, quite honestly, probably the 3 teams in this conference could all be going to state, but 3 of the top 8 or 10 teams in the state, and quite honestly, they deserve much better than the way things are coming out for them here at the very end. So last report we had was 1 minute and 26 seconds left, Preston leading 63-50, and after the timeout, Pocatello has the ball as they get it back up into the front court. In the corner there, Vaughn takes a 3, in and out, stays out, Knapp up high with another rebound, and a foul in the backcourts. So finally, they'll be able to send Preston to the free throw line to shoot 1-and-1s. As it appears, this will be Brecker Knapp going to the free throw line. As Nick Nielsen into the game for the first time tonight. And hopefully this was Preston's Achilles heel the other night. They missed free throws down the stretch as Knapp steps up and hits the first one. Brecker makes them both. So that should make the score 65-50. Pocatello loses the ball, goes out of bounds, and the ball's going to come back over to Preston. Bowie comes over to the sideline to say something to Coach Green. In fact, he's going off. So Bowie comes out down 15 with a minute to play. And it would appear that Pocatello is now calling off the Dogs as they're replacing everybody, and so will Coach Jones as he'll bring all of his players off and basically bring the JV team in as Preston is going to be headed toward the state tournament. I would believe, as it looks like both coaches are just conceding a victory here to Preston, and they're going to start taking all of their players out. As for Pocatello, it's been a heck of a ride all year as part of this conference, and they did really the unthinkable, winning at Century, then winning at Preston to force this game on their home floor tonight. As it comes outside, Lindhart has it. He'll give it off. Down comes the Lords. Back outside there, it's Cameron Hobbs who have it. Working around back over in front of the Preston bench once again as it comes back to Lords. Lords will give it back over again to Hobbs as, again, they'll just pass the ball around and run the clock down as it comes back to Cade Lords again as he stands out near the timeline. As he comes around the screen set by Chevy Nelson. As back out top, it comes back to Hamblin into the game. Now he'll give it back to Lords. As Pocatello's not even playing defense, they're perfectly happy just letting the clock run down. So Preston leading by 15 would appear that they are going to head to the state tournament again. And of course, we have to have the video freeze just one last time before we could dribble out the game. Here, that's just the way our night has gone here tonight. As again, we'll try to bring the video back up and get you the last little bit here, hopefully before before the end of the game. It's amazing. Every time we have to reset the video, it goes to a commercial. The commercial always runs fine. It's the video from Pocatello High School that doesn't work. As it looks like the game is now officially over as the two head coaches, Tyler Jones and Joe Green, shake hands at midcourt. And attention, Boise, Preston Indians are coming back to the state tournament for the 6th year in a row as Preston picks up the win here tonight. Final score, 65-50. Preston wins it by 15 here this evening, as we'll get you some more information about the state tournament as Preston and Westside both will be playing at state coming up on Thursday. So we'll invite you to stay tuned. We'll have a post-game show for you coming up right after the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding community since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
Sushi. A word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
a proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tire scoreboard.
Well, welcome back. The Preston Indians able to go into the pit in Pocatello and come away with a 65-50 win as they punch their ticket to the state tournament, as they will be headed back to the state tournament in Boise for the 6th consecutive year. And congratulations to the Preston Indians, and congratulations again also to the Pocatello Indians for the year that they've had. And while we're handing out congratulations, also congratulations to the Century Diamondbacks, as they had a very hard-fought, tough year this year as well, as certainly all three teams from this district are well deserving of being representing themselves at the state tournament. But with the current setup, only one team goes, and that will be the Preston Indians as they come away with the 65-50 win at the pit here tonight to punch their ticket to the state tournament. We do know that Preston will be playing at 12 noon on Thursday. We do not know at the moment who they will be playing, but we will try to effort that information for you to see if Idaho Sports has that posted as of yet with the result of who they might be playing at the state tournament coming up. So an impressive win tonight by Preston. They jumped out to a lead early, 7-0 early on in the first quarter. But Pocatello did come back and get a lead briefly late in the second quarter, but then Preston was able to come back down and hit a couple of shots and get the lead, and they led by 2 at halftime and then outscored them by 13 in the second half to go on to the 65-50 win here this evening. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back a little bit more here on the postgame show right after this.
KACA.
This month, our nation celebrates 2 great presidents. At West Motors, they celebrate February with their President's Day event all month long. This month, you'll find prices we're celebrating on all Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles at West Motor in Preston and Logan. Pricing so low, you'll want to stand up and salute. March on in and feel the power of a Ram, the comfort of a Chrysler, the dependability of a Jeep, and the family-friendly Dodge vehicles. Celebrate with win-win deals all month long during the President's Day event at West Motor in Preston and Logan.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, looking at the tournament bracket from the old conference that we were in, the 7 conference, Jerome wins that conference, wins that district tournament, so they'll go in as the number 1 seed from that district, and Preston will play the number 2 seed from that district, so they will either Burley or Twin Falls on Thursday at 12 noon. Well, we've played Twin Falls twice this year and beat them twice. We've also played Burley twice this year and beaten them twice. So it's teams that we know well and teams that we have beaten, and that's who Preston will play in the first round coming up on Thursday at noon in the opening round of the state tournament this year at Rocky Mountain High School over in Meridian, as they've moved around the gyms a little bit for the COVID-19 problems that they've had, and we will have those games for you from state coming up as well, as we'll keep you informed as they fill in the bracket and have that information for you coming up on Monday morning on the morning show on KACH. So let's talk briefly here a moment about some of the stats that we have, the best that we have them. First for Pocatello, Julian Bowie, to the best of our knowledge, finished the game with 11 points. Mac Evans had 6 on a pair of 3-pointers. Ryan Payne had 13 in the game by our score sheet, and Cade Jensen had 2, and Jackson Williams had a total of 3 in the game. Now, these are unofficial numbers to the best of our knowledge with the video going in and out, and that's what we can report to you. For the Indians, for Preston, Stephen Roberts had 3. Brecker Knapp played very well tonight, finished the game with 10. Cole Harris had 7 that we know of in the game, and Braden Hess played another strong game down low, and he had, I believe, a total of 9 in the game. Big game for Gabe Hammonds, finished with 19, and Drew Jones had 2 in the game tonight for the Preston Indians, who win it 65-50. We'll take our last time out. We'll come back and wrap it up and give you a little more information that we have. We'll give that to you right after this timeout. We'll be right back.
KACH.
Saving money by shopping with coupons is finally worth it. You don't have to spend hours looking for places to clip the coupons. They can be right at your fingertips on any smart device. Log into your Stokes Market Rewards account to find dozens of coupons every week. It's so easy you can't afford not to use coupons as you shop. They can help you put your rewards account on your smart device at the service desk at Stokes Market in Preston. Shop, enjoy, save with digital coupons at Stokes Market in Preston.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH.
Well, once again, the Preston Indians win it tonight 65-50. They punched their ticket back to state as they will be heading to Boise coming up this week, along with the Westside Pirates as well. We'll have those games for you from the state tournament. The 4A being played, as we mentioned, at Rocky Mountain. The 2A for Westside being played at Eagle High School over there on the west side of Boise. And again, we'll have those games for you starting at noon on Thursday. And we'll have the exact schedules for you coming up on the morning show this week as we get you ready for the state basketball tournament for both Preston and for Westside. Once again, Preston will be playing either Burley or Twin Falls as they are playing a game tonight. That final game in their district tournament, the winner advances, the loser goes home. Much like this game here for Preston tonight. So Preston will get the winner of Burley and Twin Falls in their first game, as Jerome ends up with a very good year for them, and they end up being the number 1 seed out of that district. So Preston, we know, will play at 12 noon on Thursday. We'll have it for you. Pre-game show at 11:45, and the tip-off at 12 noon from Rocky Mountain High School. So that'll wrap up our coverage for tonight as Preston wins it 65-50. The executive director of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our studio producer and engineer tonight has been John Beverly. We thank him for all that he has done. I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for listening. Thanks for putting up with the choppy video. We brought you the game the best we could tonight, and I certainly hope you understand, but at least we had the game for you here live on KACH as Preston wins it, qualifies for the state tournament. Final score tonight, 65-50. Thanks for listening, and have a very pleasant good night.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.